And so those are things that one has to believe to be a Christian. Um, Now, there are things that I believe that are not essential. As I mentioned, I am reformed in my theology. I'm a Calvinist. I am amillennial in my eschatology. And I hope I didn't just open up a can of worms for your listeners. But those things aren't essential. In other words, you don't have to agree with me on the doctrine of election to be a Christian. I mean, there are people that attend this church who very likely do not agree with me on the doctrine of election. And I have friends and friends who are pastors who don't agree with me. So those things are non essential. So if the question is, am I a fundamentalist in that I believe the fundamentals of the faith? And one has to agree on those things to be a Christian, then yes, I am a fundamentalist. However, the um, the term in our day has often been hijacked. So a fundamentalist now it almost and if I don't think I'm wrong, but it seems to me the term uh, at least in people's minds when they hear it is more indicative of methodology and more indicative of um, almost the practice of the method. And I'm struggling for my words here, but how the faith is practiced and how someone comes across. So fundamentalism, and I think it's a shame, in some respects becomes more about a person's approach and their methods than it is about theology. For example, one of the big proponents, uh, the granddaddies of the independent Baptist movement was Jack Hyles, and his doctrines regarding salvation and his methods of salvation were just downright deplorable. And I would say if he believed those things, he was heterodox at best. And I would not call him a fundamentalist, even though a lot of people, he even referred to himself as the I forget something about the granddaddy of fundamentalism. He called his wife the first lady of fundamentalism, and he, in many ways, out Charles Finney.
Right.
Um, and so, um, so I am a fundamentalist in the sense that I believe the fundamentals of the faith. And you also